Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1271. I hate these type of t-shirts that are like soft neck. I want the thick, strong neck. The Costco, the Kirkland brand t-shirts are perfect. Perfect for hoodies and sweatshirts because there's a lot of weight on the overshirt. This is a good summertime with a polo or a t-shirt. T-shirt under a t-shirt. You know how I rock. You know how I roll. I was actually pretty happy when I put this Wisconsin sweatshirt on because I haven't worn this since before I lost some weight, and it was starting to, my gut was expanding and it wasn't really fitting that well. I mean, it would fit, I could wear it, but it was like not much time. A couple more Casey's Taco Pizzas and I'm gonna have to retire this shirt. Put it on this morning. I'm like, I remember like, last time I wore this, a little tight down in the belly region. Put it on. I'm like, hey, this is a good fit. Yeah. It's almost like too baggy now. I like it. I'll drink to that. So that was happy. And then I found this hat. I forgot I had this hat a couple different times. I think it got lost and then I found it somewhere. I don't know where I found it. It might have been in like a duffel bag or backpack. So I was looking, my hair, I haven't gotten a haircut. I need a haircut this week at some point. So I went into the hat. I've wore the Swiss hats. I've wore the old style hat. I've wore the White Cubs hat. I was in the mood for something different. So I have two hat bins upstairs. The first hat bin is like the main hats that I wear, more frequently. And then there's a few hats in there that I never wear, but they're just in that bin. Second bin is like I rarely go into that bin. And I don't know where it's at. I bought 3 or 4 hats when I was in Switzerland this summer. And of course, there's the white Swiss hat, the black Swiss hat, but then I also picked up a goat hat, and I don't know where the hell that hat is. I'm like, oh, it's got to be in this second hat bin. And I looked, it's not in there, but I saw this color, and I'm like, I don't remember that hat. And then I pulled it out. I'm like, I forgot I had this hat. I know I lost it for a long time, and then I found it. And I think my wife washed because it's very clean. Like I have not worn this hat since I washed it, since my wife washed it. She sees I'm a sweater. I sweat. Like you should see some of these undershirts. It's fucking disgusting. I don't care. Like nobody sees it. Until my wife like does my lawn and she's like, this is fucking disgusting. Like I'm throwing your tea. And I'm like, how come I don't have any white shirts? Because they all had they were all yellow stained. My hats obviously you've seen my dirty hats. So my wife will see some of those and she's like, this is gross. And she does a really good job of washing them. Like, honey, you fold the laundry so much better than I do. I am a terrible folder and I refuse to learn how. It's like, I just rolled it up and put it in. We were talking about chores last night at dinner, and my wife said she hates doing dishes, and I said I hate doing laundry. She's like, I think my wife said dishes are my least favorite chore, and I'm like, oh, it's laundry, and she goes, oh, I know. I've got a pile of fucking laundry in the closet. It used to be flip-flopped. Back in my bachelor days, I do laundry, and part of the reason, so there's 2 reasons. Well, there's really just one reason that I never did laundry, or that I always did laundry in my bachelor days, because I worked in radio. I had no money. So I didn't have money to buy clothes. So I had to wear like the same clothes. So I didn't have many clothes, so I had to wash that. I had to do laundry a lot, but I never did dishes. It was disgusting. If you think if you, I hope my wife's not while she's sleeping. Hope my wife never hears this, but back in my bachelor days, I would like leave dishes like in the sink, not rinsed, fucking mold, disgusting. I would throw dishes away. I couldn't afford clothes because I was spending money replacing dishes. Like I'd have pots and pans. I remember moving, I think I was moving out of my house when I was moving to Wisconsin, and my mom like sees all of these pots and pans and she's like, I've been looking for this. And I'm like, well, you gave it to me. She's like, I didn't give it to you. I sent you home with leftovers. You're supposed to bring back the container. Oh, that's how that works. Never did dishes. And now it's flip-flop. Like I am the dishes guy in our relationship. And my wife sometimes does my laundry. Usually it's when I'm out of town and she doesn't have like, I think, when did she do dishes last? What was I, was it, it wasn't Pearl Jam. That was just a couple weeks. That was last week, right? Maybe a Club 400 event or something, but I was out of town recently, and my wife, I come home and the laundry is done. Usually that means like if she doesn't have work, like she'll clean, or if she's stressed out, she cleans. Like I was talking yesterday about my mother-in-law was like super hacked, and so on Saturday, my wife like spent all day, like they went to the bank, they went back, they were deleting accounts, creating accounts, password, all that stuff. So my wife was with her mom all day, and that is a lot. That is a lot. So she came home, and of course she's like stressed out from being around her mom all day, but dealing with all of this. I mean, she's a lot. So I could tell like I'm gonna let her like cool off, like just I'm gonna let her decompress. She doesn't want to hear about the Badger football game or my baseball cards. I'm gonna go back downstairs. So I came back downstairs watching the game, sorting some cards, and all of a sudden I hear the vacuum. And when the vacuum comes out, I know that she's super stressed out. Now, my wife does clean, and usually it's just like, oh, the floor needs vacuumed. But in other instances, like, because it's like she always works, kind of like I'm always doing something card related, like always working. Same with my wife, and so normally if she was like not stressed out, she would be like on her computer doing work stuff, but she was vacuuming. So I knew like, okay, I'm going to stay away for a little while. She needs to clean and de-stress a little bit. So happy Monday. I almost said Sunday. Happy Monday. We had NFL Sunday yesterday. I was really looking forward to the day. This was a great weekend, and that's why I titled today's video how I did, Attack the Week, because I feel strong, refreshed, and ready to attack the week with vim and vigor. Is it vim and vigor or vim and vinegar? Vim and vigor. What's vim? But that's how I'm going to attack the week. And I think I'm ready to attack the week as such because I had such a low-key, enjoyable weekend where I honestly don't remember the last time I just sorted cards and watched football. I mean, I don't think I've done this since I started selling cards full-time. Like, now I did a little shipping each day. Saturday and Sunday, I did some shipping in the morning. But I didn't I listed a few like just one-off items little floor listing. But I just kind of just chilled. But I was like super productive though doing it. So I watched college football all day Saturday, NFL most of the day yesterday. I bet I sorted 25,000 Bowman prospect cards, Bowman and Bowman Chrome. I found, and I mentioned this yesterday. You know, I have boxes all over the place with Bowman. I bought Bowman bulk multiple times at card shows. I've ripped. I've pulled out of bargain boxes, other bulk lots. Goodwill pallet. One of the Goodwill pallets had like nothing but modern Bowman and like including hits. And they're just spread out everywhere. And now that I've gone through 25,000 and like, it's like, holy shit, I've got like, I was looking up like, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's spelled Josue. I'm going to say Josue de Paula. Any Dodgers fans know how to pronounce his name, but he's a young kid and he was like one of the top Bowman guys like 2 years ago. It was like, he was probably 16, 17 at the time. And his stuff has gone up. Kumar Rocker has gone up. Junior Camanero's been up for a while, but I knew I had a bunch of paper Caminero, but I have a bunch of first chrome Camaneros, bunch of first chrome DePaulas, bunch of first chrome Kumar Rockers. And I'm like, oh shit, I need to get these sorted and listed. Because Bowman, sometimes it's like, if you don't list them now, sometimes there's a longer tail, but for the most part, you know, a lot of these guys, you gotta sell when they sell. So I feel very productive in that aspect where I got like 25,000. Now my rec room's now in a disarray. My card shipping room is just always in a disarray. But I'd like to at least get this task done and try to attack that shipping room and just because I'm at the point where I don't have space, which is very sad. Again, don't tell my wife about this either, because I've got a lot of space down here. But for whatever reason, I just keep getting more and more cards. Not enough's going out. That's an issue. So, but I can't solve that issue until I get things organized, because a lot of it, the bulk, I've got to go through these boxes to determine what's going to be sold in bulk. So, and I am making some headway in that as well. So I feel like I was very productive in that aspect, in at least in getting the Bowman sorted. Now today is going to be a shipping day, and you know, it wasn't a great sales weekend. I think somebody, I think I saw a comment just come across earlier about sales, so I'll tackle that in a moment. But I do have shipping to catch up on, but not as much as I would like, because sales were, I would, let's see, if I average the 2 days of the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I think they come out to be where I target. What was Saturday? You know, Wednesday was just average. I hit my mark. Thursday was terrible. Friday was good. Saturday was good. Sunday was bad. But if you combine Saturday and Sunday, it's above my target. So, and I think that sometimes we've got to kind of take that into consideration. Doesn't, not just eBay, but sales in general, whatever you're selling, there's going to be days where you don't hit your goal. Like, you know, our goal, I should raise my goal. If I'm hitting my goal 35 out of 37 days, it's time to raise the goal. Like, okay, it's pretty easy to hit this goal. Let's take it a step up. So yeah, let's go to the chat. We'll circle back to some eBay stuff. I do want to hit this before we go to the top. Andy Mack says, you've got to sell when they sell. Yeah. Brian says he turned into Yogi. Yeah. It didn't come out. I meant something, you know what I meant. You know, you got to sell when they sell. Where are we at? Duke's in the house. Good morning. Christian is here. What's happening? The rest of the NFC North serve notice. That is how you grind out a win. Go Lions. And how about, speaking of grinding out wins, how about the Bears? Talk about grinding out a win. Duke says, I started a half dozen auctions at 1 cent. They're about to end with only one bid at 1 cent. What's the nicest way to ask the winners to buy another card from me? It's funny that you say that. It's funny, but there are ways. Here's what I would do in that situation. Send them a coupon. Send them a coupon for 20% off. 10% is not enough, I don't think. And I know you're giving away cards at a penny, but even 20%, I think that does enough. So you can send them a coupon, and let's see. If we go to awaiting shipment, and I think on the drop down, well, maybe not. There's got to be a way. Oh yeah, send coupon. So you can send a coupon. Let's find. We're gonna do this. We're gonna find somebody that bought just one card for 99 cents. Okay, this guy did. He bought a Dave Winfield Turkey Red insert for just 99 cents. He is a repeat buyer. That's good. Thank you, Jack. For we're gonna send him a coupon. So I'm not gonna share my screen because it's got like names and user IDs, so I don't want to show that. But so we're gonna send. You can go to so on your orders awaiting shipment, where it says like ship by this date. There's a little drop down, and then there's something that says send coupon. So click that. We're gonna go to send coupon, and then a little window opens up. Send settings. Select a coupon. So it's going to bring up coupons you have. So this is already a coupon. I have the 25% off 7 or more. I'm going to create a coupon though. I'm going to create a special coupon for this guy, for Jack, I think is his name. Oh, now I got to create a discount. And I guess what you could do, create a coupon. Let's create a coupon. Okay. So now now I can share my screen. So we're going to share my screen, create a coupon. So this is going to be, we're going to create a coupon for just like a one-off, for not one-off, but like for buyers that buy something for like cheap. So we want to get them back. So we're going to just offer this one-time coupon 20%, I guess. One-time coupon 20. Let's just do thanks 20. Is that a coupon that I can use? Thanks 20 is our coupon. This is going to be a private coupon because we only want it to go to well, I guess you're seeing it, so I guess anybody that watches this video can take advantage. All right, so just extra 20% off, but we're going to use limits here. We're going to do like a maximum savings of like $20 because I don't want somebody to come in and just use a thanks 20 for like a $500 item. So max savings $20. It's going to be a one-time use. We're not going to set a budget. All inventory, it's going to apply to everything. 20. Thank you for buying. Thank you for your purchase. Enjoy 20%. Enjoy this 20% coupon. All right. So we're just gonna start this today. We'll run this through the end of the year, through December 31st. At whatever time, at this time. So extra 20% off. Thank you for your purchase. Enjoy this 20% coupon. Thanks 20. This applies to all inventory. It's one redemption. and your max savings is $20. So what's that? 100. So if you buy $100 worth of cards, you'll get your 20% off, $20 off. So we're gonna launch this coupon. Oh, see, thanks 20 is already a coupon. I figured it would be. Let's do. How about thank you for being a friend. Thank you from 1 mil. Oh. Thank you, OMC 20. Thank you, OMC 20. There we go. How about that? All right. So let's we don't need to share that anymore because we're going to go to a different screen. We're going to go back to Jack. So we're going to send Jack a coupon. So he only bought one card for 99 cents free shipping. So we want Jack back. Jack, come back to my store and buy more than just 99 cents. Maybe he uses this on another 99-cent card. He gets it for 80 cents. But we're going to send him a coupon. Select coupon. There it is. Extra 20% off. Thank you, OMC20. And then this is what it's going to say. Offer valid through December 31st. Maximum savings of $20 per coupon, limited to one use per coupon per buyer. And then I'm just going to put in a note. Thank you. Thank you for ordering from my store. Oh, we better spell everything correctly. There you go. So we're going to send Jack this coupon. We'll see if Jack uses this in the future. So there you go. That's one way that I would encourage. And you do it. We're going back to Duke's question here. You know, it's not going to be like immediate. Like you're going to have to take you will probably have to take a loss. And that's the downside to running 99-cent free shipping auctions, 1 penny auctions. I don't know if you're charging shipping. If you're charging shipping, at least it's a wash. You know, maybe you'll lose a few pennies, but at least it's a wash. If you're not, yeah, you're losing, $1 probably. But that's what I would do. I mean, I wouldn't drop into their DMs and be like, hey, buy more cards from me. There are ways to do it though. You could send a message and be like, hey, you ordered this Dave Winfield card. I have 27 other Dave Winfield cards in my store. Or if you're collecting the Turkey Red set, make sure to check out the other Turkey Red inserts I have. So there are ways to slip into the DMs without sounding like a jag off begging for more orders because you sold an item at a penny. So I would go the coupon route, and then or just message them out, right? Because at least with a coupon, they can use it at their discretion. And at least with the volume I do, it's hard to know. Like if somebody comes in, if Jack bought the Dave Winfield Turkey Red insert, just one card, 99 cents, free shipping. He could be buying it for a set. He could be a set builder. He could be a Dave Winfield collector. He could be a San Diego Padre. He was in a Padres uniform. He could be a Padres team collector. So there's like multiple. Maybe he's I don't know, but there's many ways. So it's like, how do you attack that? Now, if there's like multiple orders, you can kind of understand. Okay, this guy just bought 27 Yankees cards from me. He's obviously a Yankees collector. And sometimes when I've noticed this, I had a guy that was buying a bunch of Florida State Seminoles cards and players. And I started recognizing this on like almost a weekly basis. So I started setting aside any Florida State Seminoles players that I knew or teams, and I created a store category just for this one buyer because he was buying like almost on a weekly basis. He would buy, and it wasn't just like one-offs. Like I'm not going to create a category for somebody that's going to buy 1 or 2 cards. But if somebody's buying 20, 25, 50 cards on a semi to regular basis, yeah, I'll create a category and I will look for those cards for you. And so I did, and he started buying more. I haven't sold it much to him lately, but so yeah, so those are some ways to do it. I'd go coupon route first and then slip into the DMs. Now the downside is many buyers aren't checking their DMs for either coupons or messages. You know, countless times I send messages and they're never returned, which I get because I do the same thing when I'm receiving messages. I tend to just like, oh, move on. So there you go. There's some ideas. George in the house. What's going on, George? Victor is here. Good morning. Go Bears. Go Cubs. Couple wins yesterday for our Chicago teams. Steve is here. Good morning. Bears win. Cubs win. 2 new dogs in Steve's household. Great ways to start the new week. Attack the week. Steve has attacked the week. David's in the house. Good morning. Johnny Boy Cards is here. Good morning. Philly Joe's in the house. Double A Cards. Good morning. Rough eBay sales weekend for me. Hope this week is better. Mine was up and down, man. So, and I wanted to circle back to this. So this was the comment that I saw. And I went back and I kind of shared some of my results from the last few days. Like we go back and I was like consistently crushing my sales from like the end of July. Really, as soon as I got back from Switzerland, my sales just went crazy. August was my best month ever. I only had, I think, 1 day in the month of August where it fell below my sales target. But September started off a little slower, although, well, the first few days were great. Really good on Sunday, September 1st. Great Monday, September 2nd. Killed it. Same on Tuesday, September 3rd. Killed it. Wednesday, this past Wednesday, just like got to my number. Thursday was brutal, terrible Thursday. Friday was good, surpassed my target. Saturday this weekend surpassed my target. Yesterday was brutal. Today has already started off. Today, I am almost at my sales. Today, it's 7:45 in the morning, and I am nearly to what I did yesterday in sales. Thanks to one buyer who came in and had a nice purchase, a big purchase. So it's crazy, and that's kind of what sales are. But you don't want to have that consistent, you don't want to have rough sales day after day after day after day after day. But my sales here, we'll just isolate it to the last week. Yes, there's been 2 brutal days. But those brutal days were surrounded by good days. And when you average them out, they become above average. So that's kind of what you want to see in your sales. So yeah, up and down. And I think for me, I think this is kind of going to be the trend, at least in the near term. Because I'm heavily baseball and we are getting out of baseball. So, and you're saying, and we're getting into the absolute worst time to sell prospects. October, 4th quarter, terrible time to sell prospects. And what did I do all weekend? I sorted 25,000 Bowman prospects, but I had the time, I enjoyed it, and I need to prepare for all of a sudden when shit hits the fan and everybody's buying prospects in January, February, I'm going to be ready. Now, I will be listing prospects through the next 3-4 months. A lot of that stuff won't sell though, but in January when things open, it's already in my eBay store and people will buy. So it's almost just, preparing for the future. But I do, with some of these baseball sales going to be slower. I need to turn my focus to some football. The good thing is some of my higher end singles have been moving. And that's, I need to target a little bit more of that if I can find those deals. That's the hard part, is finding those deals where it's going to be liquid and there's going to be margin to be made. So some of the things that I'm working on some player lots, working on some 70s vintage lots, building that 74 top set out to resell. So some of the things that I'm working on here in the near future. Go Bears. Yes. Big win for the Bears. Brian says, good morning. Bears bail out Caleb. His hobby value will soar. It reminded me, the Bears win yesterday reminded me of 2005 when the Bears went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Colts in the Super Bowl, where the Bears won a lot of games, got to the Super Bowl, but it wasn't from their quarterback play, sexy Rexy Grossman. It was defense and special teams. Devin Hester. The defense was like winning games. It reminded me, yesterday's game reminded me of, was it against, I think it was against the San Francisco 49ers in 2005, where, was it R.W. McQuarters ran back? I think he ran back a pick six. I think Hester ran back like a missed field goal. But like it was like the defense was the only thing that could score in special teams. The offense couldn't score. That's what yesterday's game reminded me of. 0 offensive touchdowns yesterday, and the Bears come back from 17 points down and won 24-17. Caleb didn't look sharp, but he was the first number 1 overall pick quarterback to win in his debut since 2002. I saw another stat. So, I mean, I've got, and this is how, and I think every fan base has these. It seems to be, and of course, I am in the Chicago fan base, so I just notice it more. Like, fans want to jump off the cliff after the first quarter. It's like, come on. Like, it's this guy's very first game. And it's the second quarter. Like, let's give it some time. Like, if the same mistakes are being made in week 8, okay, I think we have, it's time to worry, but not one quarter into the football game. There was another stat that I saw. I want to Google to see if I can find it. See if I can find it. It was a tweet. Damn it. It was basically the maybe it's this Newsweek article. So Caleb Williams was the first number 1 overall quarterback, number 1 overall pick quarterback to lead his team to victory since 2002, which was it David Carr or Derek Carr? It was a Carr. Let's see. I want to see if this article didn't have shit. Come on. Man. It was basically the quarterback rating, and Caleb had he had a low quarterback rating. Don't get me wrong, but like some of the number 1 overall picks that had worse quarterback ratings in their debut. I think Eli Manning might have been on there. Peyton maybe. John Elway was on there. Like, it was a who's who of quarterbacks that had a worse quarterback rating than Caleb Williams in his debut. Now, don't put words in my mouth and say, well, are you saying Caleb's going to be better than those guys? No, I'm not. I'm just saying, don't jump off a cliff. It's going to be okay. Hopefully. Now, could he be the next Jamarcus Russell? Remains to be seen. He could be the next Jamarcus Russell. He could be the next Peyton Manning. Could be the next John. Who knows? None of us know. Kyle says, good morning. Ditka's Bears seem to have a different mojo yesterday. Hopefully offense finds its stride. Yes. Hopefully that offensive line does a little better. Hopefully Caleb Williams makes better passing decisions. A lot of overthrows yesterday. Porter says, good morning. Carpe diem and whatnot. Yes. And hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Brian says, random thought, Kyle Schwarber will end up being a 500 career homer guy. Let's take a look. Now, when I say that, I'm like, no, I don't think you're right. But I don't know the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. See, I often say that. I'm like, oh, he's not a Hall of Famer. And then I see the number. I'm like, oh, shit, I think he is a Hall of Famer. Kyle Schwarber has a career 279 home runs. Ooh, no. Brian, I'm not going to agree with you on this. He's already 31. Next year will be his age 32 season, and he's at 279 home runs. So he basically needs, in the second half of his career, he needs to have the same amount of production as the first half of his career. And, you know, that's say if he plays to how many years has he played? Let's just run the numbers here. So he's played 10 years. So, and that's perfect. So 10 years would put him at 42, and that's might be, 42. Don't know if he'll play that long. I mean, I guess he could DH. He could play to 42 as a DH, and he's kind of the perfect DH. So anyway, 10 years, 279 home runs. So that's an average of 27.9 home runs in his first 10 years. So in another 10 years, can he 500 minus 279 is 221. So he would have to average 22 home runs a season over the next 10 years. His age 32 to 42 seasons, or 32 to age 41 seasons. That's a tall task. It's possible. It certainly is possible. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, he's really been hitting a lot of home runs here in the last few years. 46 a couple of years ago, 47 last year. He's at 33 this year. So he's bound to hit a few more home runs this year. So that would put him closer to 300 home runs. He'll get to 300 next year. Hey, it could happen. And if he's a DH, which he likely will be, is he? I'm sure he's probably DHing a lot this year, right? What's his fielding? Where's the fielding numbers at? Postseason standard fielding 2024. Wow, he's only played in the field 5 games. He's only played in the field 5 games this year. 126 games as a designated hitter, 5 games as an outfielder. So he is a DH. So with that said, I mean, there's less wear and tear on his body. Could he average 20? I think so. I think, Brian, as I talk this out, I think you're right. It's going to be close. Like, he might end up with like 502 home runs. But I could get on board with that. I'm sure there's probably not a line in Vegas. I wonder if you could like call up a sports book and be like, hey, I want to put $100 on Kyle Schwarber hitting 500 home runs. And then in 2034, you can cash out. Steve says, for me, folding laundry is like wrapping gifts. Oh, I hate it. I hate both. And maybe you're onto something. Steve says, I'll do it, and it won't be pretty, but I'll do it. I think you're right. And I bet, yeah, your laundry folding sucks. Your gift wrapping sucks. Where's my pocket? Same here. My laundry folding is actually a little better than my gift wrapping. My gift wrapping, I usually don't attempt it. I just get bags. I get the Christmas bags and put some tape on top. So yeah, I'm with you. I think it must be like we have the gene of terrible folding and wrapping. Because I feel if you're my wife, she's an amazing laundry folder. All American in folding laundry. Same with wrapping gifts. Me? Shit. Not good. Not good. It's ugly. Both. Brian says, Bo used to clothe himself in radio station promo tees only. That is the God's honest truth. You are absolutely correct. I think I still have a few just for like nostalgia purposes. I think I still have my grocery store polo from high school. L&J's Hometown Market, the IGA. The actual name was L&J's Hometown Market, but we called it IGA. Why did we call it IGA? Because the damn sign out front said IGA. Hadn't been an IGA since 1991, but not going to spring on new signage at the hometown grocery store. Mr. Archer, good morning. Mark Marinello in the house. Good morning. My Jets play tonight. Nice win by your Bears and Cubbies yesterday. Somebody posted like the wild card state. I'm like, don't even. I'm not even gonna bother myself to look at the wild card standings anymore. Mark says going to be an interesting battle between the Panthers and Giants for the number 1 pick. Yeah, didn't look good for old Daniel Jones and Bryce Young yesterday. Todd's in the house. Good morning. Attack the week. I've been working for an hour and wondering if it's Friday yet. You gotta attack the week, Todd. Attack the week. Orlando's here. What's going on? JW in the house. Good morning. What a win yesterday for the Bears, and happy to see the Cubs win too. Yes. Double whammy in Chicago. There we go. My Yogiism. Porter says, how do we end listing sell similar in bulk? I'd like to push out a bunch of 23 Bowman U football. That's a great question, Porter. Let's see. Let's go to listings. Here's what I would, and I'm not going to do this on, I was going to do it on Bowman U, but I don't want to because I'm getting close to my limit on listings. But where you can go is on your seller hub. So go to my eBay, go to your seller's hub. And it says somewhere down here under listings, it says ending today. So I have 1,261 listings ending today. Now they're all going to be relisted. They're just automatically relisted. But once they're automatically relisted, they get charged. But they're going to end anyway. So when you end sell similar, you're also going to get charged by them. But it's so is this, make sure I'm let's see. I think this is accurate. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm doing the correct. So we're gonna do end sell similar, and I haven't done this in quite a while. I don't do it very often, but every once in a while I do. So ending today. So I've got 1,260 items ending today. So we're gonna go in to those listings. Come on, eBay. We're gonna share my screen. Okay, so here's the 1,260 items. We want to share this tab, and then we've got to pop it on the screen. All right, so here's the 1,260 items I have. Let's see, where are we at? So here's the screen. Oh, I got to go to my right. So I'm just gonna do the first 200. So this is when you click on items ending today. So I'm just gonna do the first 200. I'm just gonna do 200. And I think these are based on price, the highest price. First off, Cameron Johnson, shouldn't be $40. Let's change this. We're gonna edit this. This is probably a $10 card. It might not even be a $10 card, but it was 40 back when it was released and when I first listed it. So let's go down to says the median sold price is $289, and it's probably closer to $289 than it is at 40. So all right, change that to 1. All right, so here we go. So this is just me revising a grossly overpriced item. Okay, so we are done with that. So I've done that. We're going to go back and we're going to bulk edit to end sell similar. All right, so here we go. So we are going to click on the 200, the first 200 on your screen. We are going to actions, end those listings. That's what this is, the part that always makes me nervous. Like, oh my God, I just ended those listings. What listings did I end? All right, so we're gonna go on to a different screen now. So we just ended those 200 listings. So now we want to go to unsold. Oh, I think I can do it from, oh wait, I guess I can still do it from the screen. Okay, so now, so we just ended those. 200 listings were successfully ended. Now we go to, is it unsold? And I hope these are, let's just make sure. So go over to the end date just to make sure, because we ended 200, but there's 333. So let's just make sure these are all September 9th. Looks like these are all September 9th. And it's going to be showing 200 items. So here we go. And it looks like, okay, perfect. So everything on this page is all what we just ended. So just go to your unsold now, bulk, and relist. Is that correct? And everything. And you know what? Let's go. Let's just check out what some of these prices might be and see if some of these need to be changed. Here's a no dot Donruss Kurt Schilling. We're gonna drop that to 250. Here's a silver prism of a guy we've never heard of. We're gonna drop that to $2. What else do we got? Tom Glavine lot still hasn't moved. I'm going to keep that at the same price though. Okay, so you get my point. So we're going to submit these, and these are all going to be relisted. So there you go. Now there's a couple ways to do it. Some do the is there another way to let's just Jesse Owens was not relisted. So actions. Oh, there's a sell similar. How's that work? So I think some people do relist, some people do sell similar. So here's Jesse Owens. Let's just relist this as a buy it now. $1.75. Sports Illustrated for Kids, Jesse Owens. This was one of the auctions last week that didn't sell. So we're going to go $1.75. And bada bing, bada boom. So Jesse Owens has been relisted. So that's how you do it. Paul Carl's in the house. What's going on? Duke says, glad I could help Jack out. Yeah. Thanks from Duke. We should have named the coupon after Duke. Cooter says, should you make the coupon valid for only 48 hours to incentivize them to purchase more cards before you ship their one card? Hey, Cooter's got a good point. Like, hey, this coupon's only valid for the next 48 hours. That's a good point. It's a really good point. Brian says, suggestive selling is a great way to do it. Philly Joe says, how do the coupons get to the buyer? They're sent via DM, via messaging, via email. So that's how they get to the buyer. JG says, have you seen Florida State play this year? No wonder nobody buying Seminoles anymore. That's a good point. That's a good point. Tracy wants to know what Duke's eBay ID is. He wants to get some of those penny cards. Yeah. Paul says, I'm working on some player lots too. There you go. JG says, Bo predicting Bears to Super Bowl. Bold move. I did not say the Bears are going to the Super Bowl. I said it reminds me, their win yesterday reminds me of the 2005 season. I am sticking to my guns at 10-7. Bears are 1-0. My prediction yesterday, 10-7 with a playoff win. 10-7 with a playoff win. Red Light 34 is in the house. Good morning. Brian says, I'm just saying it's a rare thing to see, but I think he has 2 years where he hits 50 each. I think he can average 30 for 8 to 9 years. I agree. I think over the next couple of years, he's still going to be hitting 40 to 50 home runs. But it's that tail end of the career, man. When you get into your upper 30s, into your 40s, that's when that decline begins to happen. But I still think as a DH, I still think he can hit I think you're right. 30. I think he could get there. I think he absolutely could get there as long as he stays somewhat healthy and plays. And it looks like he's been pretty healthy here over the last few years. How many games has he played? So he's already at 132 this year. He played 160 games last year, 155 in 2022. Let's see. Played 113 in 2021. Only 59 games in 2020. Oh, duh. That was COVID. So he played a full season, I guess. 150. So really he played less games in 2021. And then his injury season in 2016. And then, of course, his rookie year was in 2015. So he's outside of that freak accident in 2016 at the beginning of the year, he's been really healthy. John says Phillies have a lot of outfielders. And he says folding laundry is therapeutic. Oh, my God. Not for me. Folding laundry is stressful. Cooter says, just walked back from the Ford dealership, 2 weeks and $2,000, and the problem still isn't fixed. Oh, no. Paul says, got to do sell similar to get a new item number. This is what gives the rankings boost. Relist keeps the old item number and old rankings. Aha. I wonder, let's just do, I wonder if any of these relistings have sold. So sell similar gives you the new item number. Troy's in the house. Good morning. Paul says a ranking factor for new eBay listings is weighted and shifts over time based on expected performance and actual performance. So there you go. Do sell similar. Don't do relist. Don't do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. So there you go. All right. So I think that's what attack the week. That's what I had for today. What else? I think that's all. I think that's all I had. Got some shipping to do today. And then maybe tonight do a little more Bowman sorting. It is fun. I love sorting when I have so much because it reminds me of how much it's like, oh, hey, I remember like boxes, 4-row boxes of like, I found some football and I got lazy last night. I'm like, I'm going to list some football because I found a bunch of RPAs and autos of football that I probably just decided I'm not going to list these in May, but I'll list these in August and just never got around to it. Here we are. I found it. I found the box. And I did list like a Dorsey Levens auto. I listed a Derek Stingley, like super short print auto. I think it's a super short print. I couldn't find any on eBay. And then I found one that was listed as an SSP. So I'm like, oh, must be an SSP. That's why I can't find any others. So I listed those two and those were it. But I've got some others. There were like, I've got some Brett Hundley. Remember him? He was a Packers draft pick quarterback. I've got like 3 or 4 RPAs somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but I'll list those if I find them. I got Cordero Patterson, who I don't even know if he's still playing. He was on the Bears last I remember. Some RPAs of him. So like cheap stuff, like $5 to $10 stuff. Although the Stingley's pretty was surprisingly high. I think the one I saw on eBay was listed for like $65. So I'm like, I'm gonna undercut this guy, $50. But I don't think it has a view. So maybe it's not a $50 card. We'll find out, I guess. So you can check out my eBay store at 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more cards at regular price. You'll save 25% off at checkout. Auction's ending tomorrow night. I haven't even decided what I'm going to list at auction tomorrow night. I think, you know what? I'm going to do these football. And if they sell for 99 cents, so be it. I'm going to charge shipping, but whatever. These, by the way, are not good. What I list tomorrow night is going to go for cheap. And you can probably make, if you win them at 99 cents, $2, you can probably make some money flipping them as a buy it now because they might sell for 10 or 15. But I think it's time to list some football again. We're in football season, at the start of football season. So list some football auctions tomorrow night. So I think that's what I'll do. Auctions are ending tomorrow night. So we've got about 36 hours left. Get your bids in. A whole bunch of just random baseball auctions. Got a couple 55 top singles, Duke Snyder and Warren Spahn up for auction. We've got a couple Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards, a couple Derek Jeter rookie cards, a Shohei Ohtani lot, 79 Shohei Ohtani cards. Nate Pearson, rookie auto. He was one of the pitchers that was part of the combined no-hitter for the Cubs last week. What else is in there? A whole bunch of other stuff. So check it out, 99centcards.com. By the way, auctions do not count toward the 7 or more at regular price, 25% off coupon. So, but buy it now items at regular price do count. So check it out, 99centcards.com. I will stream live tomorrow night starting at 7 p.m. Central. We'll go live here on YouTube to count down to the final hammer. I'm excited for these. The Bo card is up. The first ever official Topps card to hit the market of the 1 million Cubs project. So that is up for bid as well. 99centcards.com. Paul says new listings are higher usually because of expected performance, but as time goes on and they don't sell, the actual performance is weighted heavier and rankings decrease. And it's funny. And so I would think, so I guess I'm not ready to go yet because I just want to talk this out here. So I will have like premium stock, NBA Hoops premium stock. Now, I made so much money on that back in 2021. And I still have hundreds and hundreds of the singles listed. I'll go 6 months without a sale. And then all of a sudden I'll make like 4 sales, 4 different sales. And it's not like, if one sells, does all of a sudden it like trigger and it's not a variation listing. And I'll have like 4 different, like all of a sudden it's just like people like out of the blue, like 4 different people buying premium stock NBA Hoops. It's like there's got to be a correlation here between like a buyer buying one and then that lifts like, oh, people are buying premium stock NBA Hoops. We're going to boost this again. They've been in my eBay store for 3 years and they still trickle out. Now, the main reason I'm not selling has nothing to do with search rank. The main reason they're not selling is because nobody wants 2021 NBA Hoops premium stock anymore. It's outdated. Now that should be number 1 on my list of once I'm getting close to 60,000. I'm getting close. And I keep saying this month after month, but I sell enough to like keep my head afloat on listings, free listings. So, but next month may be the month. I think this month I should be clear, but depends on if I decide to list a whole bunch in the next couple of weeks, I may go, run up against that 60,000. And for the time being, instead of just throwing money at eBay and saying, I'm going to get the anchor store this month, I'm going to go in and delist, unlist, take down, delete stale inventory. So 2024 Topps Series 1, that's going to be on the chopping block. 2024 Heritage Commons, that's going to be on the chopping block. As we get further and further out, that stuff's not going to sell. But NBA Hoops premium stock, now that I say it out loud, like that's pretty stale. That's pretty damn stale. That's probably going to be first on the chopping block once I start delisting some inventory to free up my free listings. Paul says there's a patent that eBay filed that details all this. I linked in my community tab to a video someone did on it that turned me on to it. I read it, but haven't done my own video yet. Interesting. Scotty Dubs in the house. Is there any advantage to ending sell similar as opposed to letting it auto relist after 30 days? And yeah, that's if you go back up in the chat, that's what Paul's talking about. Is there any advantage? Financially, no. There you go. And Paul answers it. It's higher rankings from the new item number. So yeah, So from like an eBay, if from a payment standpoint, you're still going to pay for it. You're still paying for the listing. So just to make that clear, when you do this, you are still paying the relisting fee. So even if I hit relist, I should have hit sell similar, but I hit relist, like it's relisting it, which I guess probably does the same thing as it just automatically. I've just manually relisted it. So I probably just wasted, like it was going to do that anyway. Flipping Sports Guy comes in though, and he says incorrect. Relist will also give you a new item number. Might keep old rankings, but it does give a new item number. Aha. Well, that's interesting. So relist, sell similar, whatever. So from a search standpoint, yes, helps on the ranking side, but it's not going to help. So if you're looking to like avoid eBay fees, that's not going to help, because it's when you end and sell similar or end and relist, you're going to get charged for that listing again, or it goes against your monthly allotment or whatever. Paul says, oh, cool. I didn't know relist gave a new item number. They basically become the same thing. Paul says, I wonder if that achieves the same impact. So there we go. So now we don't know. Relisting could be the same as sell similar. I don't know. I am not tech savvy enough to know. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more at regular price. You'll save 25% off at checkout and get your bids in for the auctions that end tomorrow night. Okay, so here Flipping Sports Guy clarifies end and relist gives the new item number, not the auto relist. Okay, so that's what we did. That's what we did earlier. So we ended the listings and then relisted. So that's what I did. Somebody asked the question earlier in the chat, and I did know there was sell similar and relist were different. Maybe they're not different, but I ended the listings and then relisted. So we'll see. We'll see. Alrighty. That's all for today. Have a great Monday. Attack the day, attack the week. We'll do this all again tomorrow. See you then.